Good morning and welcome to VMT News. My name is Kelsey Cavazos and here's the stories for today. Dance is a performing art that sometimes can bring controversy because of its style, choreography, and wardrobe. I took the time to find out how the wardrobe affects the school rules and regulations.
One of the main requirements of a student in any school is the dress code. This year we have experienced changes in the dress code and it has become more relaxed than before. However, students have experienced an advantage of this rule in some areas, like the dance department.
In every different dance, there's different outfits. It can go from, for example, a dress, tutu, to like baggy clothes for hip hop, rap. It changes like.
Depends on the style of dance. Like obviously, if we were doing a ballet, it's more of the classical tutu, skirt type of costume. But I think nowadays, I kind of like to get the students involved as well. So what I do is I'll choose like a good 3 of what I like, and then I have the students vote on what they like the best, what they feel more comfortable dancing in.
Although dance is considered an art with its many performances and beautiful colors, there are still times where we can't help but wonder, what do the parents, the principal, the administrators, and even counselors think of this, even though they don't follow the dress code?
Personally, and this is my personal opinion, my personal feeling, when I do see the ripped jeans on stage or I see crop tops, it does, as an educator and as a school counselor for the magnet school, it does give me a little bit of a thought on, okay, what happened with dress code?
Parent, sometimes I do feel like, that might be too short, but I see when they're performing, it's part of their performances. They're doing it not just to bring out, to make a statement. They're doing it as part of their performances, and that's one thing that I'm adjusting to. And like always, I'll meet with the teachers to see to talk about the costumes that they'll be wearing. And as long as it's for the performances and follow guidelines, it's fine with me.
Regardless if we disagree with the dress code in the dance department, it is important for us to change our mindset and see the bigger picture. We have to enjoy each of the pieces by the dance tour that they set out for us to enjoy, and see everything that they put their mind and heart to. For VMT News, I'm Kelsey Cavazos.
On October 27, 2021, a federal agent is facing charges after he pleaded guilty to sexual assault and tampered with evidence. His name is David Variada. He was a Border Patrol agent who was in the 11th District Court on Monday, according to documents from the Webb County District Attorney's Office back in March of 2018. The victim asked the 2 Laredo police officers if there was a way to be able to find out if someone was an agent, in addition to the question on how she could file a complaint against a federal agent. According to the reporter, the victim, Variada, told her he would deport her if she did not engage in sexual activities with him. Variada did plead guilty and has been sentenced to 2 years in Texas Department Corrections Facility, as well as he's going to be on a 10-year probation when he gets out. Our next story, Laredo police advise parents to keep their kids safe this year when going out for candy on Sunday, October the 31st. Many children will be going door to door to receive some free candies. Public Information Officer from the Laredo Police Department, Jose Espinosa, says they get a high volume of calls regarding a specific day. Espinosa says parents calling the station dispatch number saying they have lost their kid. Something that they can do to identify their children is maybe taking a picture the night before with their costume on. By having these pictures, they might be able to find the children safe since many children are wearing costumes. Parents can also search the public safety website to see which areas are safe to take your kids trick-or-treating. The website shows where there might be any sex offender living around. Investigator and Public Information Officer Jose Pasea asked parents to utilize this tool to keep their children safe. Pasea says the local probation office even picks up more high-risk offenders for the peak hours of Halloween night, and so they'll pick them in a room sitting down watching TV until that hour is over, and they'll send them home. Prior to knocking on doors, children and parents should be aware of where they are going to ask for candies. On our state stories, on October 29, police officials in Central Texas City refused to provide an escort for Joe Biden campaign bus when it was surrounded by supporters of the then President Donald Trump on an interstate and amendment lawsuit filed over the 2020 encounter alleged. The updated lawsuit filed Friday included transcribed 911 audio recordings. The Texas Tribune reported the suit alleged the law enforcement officers in San Marcos proudly laughed and joked about the victims and their distress in the audio recordings. The city of San Marcos didn't return a request for comment from the newspaper. A spokesperson previously has said that the city and the San Marcos Police Department would not comment because of the pending allegation. According to the transcriptions, when the Biden bus entered San Marcos jurisdiction, a new Braunfels 911 dispatcher tried to get San Marcos police to take over the escort that New Braunfels had provided along Interstate 35. A police corporal told a San Marcos dispatcher, "We're not going to escort a bus," according to documents. The lawsuit alleges that police and the city violated an 1871 law that often is called the Ku Klux Klan Act, originally designed to stop political violence against black people. It seeks unspecified compensatory and punitive damages. On our next story, on October 31st, police say a suspect has been arrested in a shooting that left one person dead and 9 more wounded at a Halloween party in eastern Texas. This event just happened a bit before midnight. Police say it was a pure panic and chaos. Police in Texarkana, Texas said a 21-year-old Quinte McRoy of Texarkana, Arkansas, turned himself in late Sunday morning. McRoy was booked into jail, one night count of felony aggravated assault, and additional charges are expected Monday. Police say around 200 people were at the party at the event center late Saturday when gunfire erupted. 10 people were taken to hospitals, including a 20-year-old man who was pronounced dead. His name has not been released. On our national news, on October 21st, a California family was found dead from heat and dehydration during the hike in Sierra National Forest. Mariposa County Sheriff Jeremy Breeze said at the news conference that investigators considered environmental and other factors before they could determine that exposure to the elements killed the family of 3. Breeze said that the cause of death was hypothermia and probable dehydration. There was one 85-ounce water bladder backpack located with the family. This water bladder was empty, and no other water containers, no other water infiltration systems were located amongst the family, Breeze said. The Sheriff's Department said it worked to rule out a number of possible causes, including lightning strike, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, carbon exposure, illegal drugs, alcohol, suicide, mass shutdown compounds, recreation areas along the river between the towns of Breezeburg and Bagby after the deaths. On our next story, on October 27, Courtney Bryan and her dog, Rouge, were found dead at the crash site of Steep Embarkment in Del Norte County, California. A month after they were reported missing, the Reno Police Department announced Wednesday, according to the RPD, the woman and her dog had died from injuries related to the car accident in the area of Highway 101, where accidents are common. They do not believe foul play was involved. Official identification of the woman's body is pending with the Del Norte County Coroner's Office, but authorities believe it is Courtney who was reported missing on September 27th after she did not return from a trip to the Hot Springs in Shasta Trinity National Forest near Redding, California. Courtney's last known location was at the Hot Springs, which is cited in her last Instagram post on September 23rd, 2021. Phone records show Courtney's last contact with anyone was on the evening of September 23rd. We'll be right back with more news and the weather.
Hi everyone, Al Roker here. As a guy with his own catchphrase, I appreciate that Smokey's only said,
"Only you can prevent wildfires."
but I'm filling in because there's a lot more to report. Like when there are parched or windy conditions out there, you gotta be extra careful with things like burning yard waste. After all, wildfires can start anywhere, even in your neck of the woods. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Good morning and welcome back to VMT Newscast. We'll be talking about the weather to inform you on what you should expect these coming days. For today's weather, the hottest we should expect will be is 81 degrees and the coldest should be 61 with a 2% chance of rain. But as of now, the sky should be clear of any clouds along with the sun shining brightly upon us. As for the next 3 days, the hottest it will be is the 18th, 19th, and 20th are 78, 75, and 80 degrees. And for the coldest, it will be 57 for the 18th, 60 for the 19th, and 61 for the 20th. With a very small chance for the days mentioned prior, but you do expect clouds to be covering the sun for the 19th and 20th.
Have you ever wondered what the most comfortable couch out there is? Well, this is it. Introducing the Couch Blue. The moment you sit down, back pain's gone. It's like you're sitting on clouds. This is our friend, Tabitha. Hi, Tabby. Say hi to the camera.
Hello.
So, Tabitha, I've heard you've been suffering from back pain your whole life.
Yeah.
Would you mind giving us your opinion on this?
Oh, wow. It's actually really comfy.
As you've heard, Tabitha really enjoys this couch. How does your back feel?
Like, there's no problems at all. It just feels normal.
Wow. As you see, this couch could be yours too.
No!
Couch.
It's
Yeah,
mine!
no!
You promised me that if
No,
it didn't.
guys, please.
No!
Buy the couch.
Thank you for staying with us for any sports fans, specifically for any football fans. Last week, we had many exciting games to enjoy and view, whether through the comfort of your own home.
Oh, that hurt.
Or by being there in person. We can all agree that it was enjoyable to watch all those exciting plays. For those of you not aware, the Buccaneers went up against the Saints and sadly lost with a score of 27-36. The Broncos then went up against the Washington football team and won with a score of 10-17. And finally, the Cowboys went up against the Vikings and won with a score of 16-20. For any Broncos fans out there, you'll most obviously be happy to know that they won their game against the Washington football team with a score of 10-17, with the Broncos scoring most of their points in the second quarter of the game. In addition, their kicker Brandon Magnus was able to score 5 of their 17 points. Finally, for all you Cowboys fans, they were able to beat the Vikings in their games with a score of 16-20. While the Vikings managed to get an early lead on the Cowboys in the first quarter, the Cowboys were able to catch up, and slowly and surely by the fourth and final quarter, the Cowboys had gotten a hold of the lead and won the game.
Oh, that hurt. Sorry, folks. My name excusable puppeteer is still a novice, even though I've been for the past 9 years. Now, if you follow me, we can start off this commercial so I can go home. Come on, people, let's go. I have places to be. This sauce, it can go in anything. Hot dogs, sandwiches, burgers, Subways, croissants, or anything with bread. It will make your stomach do flips. It can go in anything. PB&J and jam? No, thank you. Garbage and garbage. Get that? It's creamy and creamy.
Baba Booey.
No, it isn't made of tartar sauce. It's just the sauce. Don't mind the poor packaging. It's just the taste that counts. Now, please. I just want to go home and be done with this commercial already. Get it now. Get it now. Please get it now.
Welcome back. On our next story, count LeBron James among those caught up in the Squid Game. The basketball's icon stars were shared in a video tweeted by sports writer Kyle Goon. I didn't like the ending though, James told Lakers teammate Anthony Davis. The hit Netflix series creator Hwang Dong-hyuk was asked for his recreation to that by The Guardian. Have you seen Space Jam 2? He said. LeBron James is cool and can say what he wants. I respect that. I'm very thankful he watched the whole series, but it wouldn't change my ending. Slam dunk, sir. Squid Game has become an international phenomenon with its plot about a group of poor contestants who must play a deadly competition of children's game in an attempt to get out of debt. On our next story, BJ Novak is an international pitchman, but according to him, he didn't have anything to do with it. The Office star's image appears on a variety of products, from face paint in Uruguay to Calvin Klein cologne in Sweden. He's collected some of the photos of the products on his verified Instagram account under the heading Modeling. In that same folder, he posted a note explanation. Years ago, someone mistakenly put an image on me on a public domain site, and now apparently I'm on the products all around the world, but I'm too amused to do anything about it, the note reads. In addition to being a popular stock photo model, Novak is also an author, TV writer, and producer. His latest project in his anthology series, The Premise, which is streaming on FX and Hulu. On our next story, Chris Pratt is set to voice Garfield. Pratt will play the lazy orange cat in the new animated film, according to The Hollywood Reporter. Pratt also shared an image of Garfield on Instagram caption, "Well, this money doesn't suck." Previously, Bill Murray had voiced the cat in Garfield, the movie, and Garfield, A Tale of Two Kitties. Garfield creator Jim Davis will serve as an executive producer. Pratt will also play another iconic character and is set to voice Mario in the Mario movie, set to release in 2022. Some Garfield fans had typically cat-like reactions to the casting choice. One took to Twitter to write, "Guys, it's like you don't even understand how Hollywood works. The way casting works is that they start with rhymes." Another joked about how many projects Pratt is attached to writing. In the beginning, animated movie started with Chris Pratt, were spaced by 24 weeks, then 12, then 6, then every 2. The last one with Garfield was a week and 4 days. We could be seeing new casting announcements every 8 hours until they're coming every 4 minutes. Thank you for being with us today. We hope that you have a great day. My name is Kelsey Cavazos. See you next time.